Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Friday. I had to put on my jacket because it's getting a little chilly out here. I know when I look on the weather app, it's gonna say it's like 65 or something like that. But I came out here right now and I brought out my cup of water. I always get everything ready before I vlog, and I put my glasses in my pocket, brought my phone out here and stuff like that. And I was like, it's starting to get a little bit chilly out here. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go on and just so I'm comfortable, because I never know how long I'm gonna vlog. I was like, just so I'm comfortable, because I just have this black t-shirt on underneath here. I think I'm gonna put a jacket on. So Alex is inside. He is watching The Good Wife. And I was like walking around. I was like, I just put up my drama video. I just put up my Peter Watches TV video about this week's episode of Poly Family that I watched last night. And I'm uploading a booktube video. And then, which was not my plan when I got up today. My plan today, because I took the notes on Poly Family last night, I was so tired when I got up today. I'm like waking up earlier than my alarm, and I woke up a lot earlier than my alarm today, and I couldn't go back to sleep, so I was like, okay, just get up. And I'm just not sleeping that great. Like, I'm waking up like every hour on the hour, or at least last night, so I'm just not getting great sleep. And I think it's kind of like, for the last couple days, I've woken up a lot throughout the night, which is, anyway, I think it's just kind of caught up with me, and I'm super tired today. I'm super tired. So my plan was, I was just going to do the Poly Family reaction video and then my vlog, and I was just gonna sit here and read all day today. When I got done with my TV shows last night, I was like, well, I'll tell you guys something I found out last night about a TV show that I thought was over, but it's not. And so I stopped watching it weeks ago, and now I have 5 episodes. If anybody watches this show as well, you guys are gonna know what I'm talking about. But I thought it was over 5 weeks ago. I thought I read that it was like, maybe it was a mid-season finale, I don't know. So I was like, oh my god, I have 5 episodes of this show to watch. So anyway, I've got so many shows to watch, and then last night when I got done with my shows, my neighbor's out there, she's watering all her plants right now. I was like, I just don't want to do anything this weekend. Well, Sunday I'm excited about going out to lunch with the family, but I was like, I don't want to do anything this weekend except for just listen to audiobooks, read, and just binge watch TV shows. That's all I want to do this weekend. So other than my vlog, I don't really know what I'm going to film tomorrow and Sunday. Tomorrow will have a lot to do how I feel when I get up. I don't think I took my allergy medicine. My throat is really itching. I can't remember if I took it or not. But anyway, tomorrow will have a lot to do with how I feel when I get up. If I'm feeling like I want to make a bunch of videos, I will. Also, Alex said he doesn't have any plans tomorrow, but that could change, and he might, go meet up with somebody for brunch or something like that. If that happens, then I probably will make videos. So, today, Alex got up, and he was like, I think I'm going to go get an IV, injection thing, and he and his friend were going to, go have brunch or something. He was like, do you want to come with us? I'm like, no, I'm not really that hungry. I'm not, whatever. And he goes, okay, well, then I'll just probably, stop by her house or whatever. So, because the IV place is right by where she lives. So he went and did that, and I was like, okay, well, I might as well make some videos. So I ended up doing a drama video. My drama videos I said I was going to try to make them shorter, and it was 50 minutes again today. Yesterday, I think it was almost an hour. And so I did my drama video, and then I did my Poly Family video, and then I did a booktube video. I did where I'm at on my Goodreads challenge, and I also talked about what books I'm currently reading. And so, including audiobooks. Oh, I don't think I mentioned the audio. I didn't mention the audiobook on there. But anyway, I kind of got inspired to do it because I was talking about it on my vlog last night. And so I was in the kitchen, and I was walking by him, and I was like, I think I've been wanting to do this Goodreads update about where I'm at, on my Goodreads challenge. So I thought, okay, I'll do that video today. But anyway, those were the videos that I made. But when I was kind of cleaning up stuff, Alex is laying there. He just heated up some pizza that he got the other night. And so I was walking by and whatever, and so I said to him, are you wanting to watch shows together tonight? Do you want to just watch The Good Wife? And he's like, the first 2 episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars is out. Do you want to watch them? I was like, yeah, sure. I said, let me get done vlogging, and then as soon as I get my vlog rendered and I'm uploading it, then we can watch it. And he was like, okay. So I'm really excited about that. So we'll probably tonight, we'll definitely watch both of those episodes. And then I don't know if they have the Untucked, which is the after show, but if we have those, then we'll watch those too. And then we will probably watch an episode or two of Vanderpump Villa. I want to lay down and take a nap because, like I said, I'm really, really tired. I am sleeping so deep during my naps, and maybe that's affecting my sleeping. I don't know, but like I don't know. My sleep schedule is just screwed right now. A little update on the kidney stone. So I had my imaging yesterday. I just poured myself this huge glass of water, so let me have this. I've been drinking so much water lately. There's a bird in my wooden bird feeder, and there's a bird on my green bird feeder. That other bird feeder that I bought, the one that's made of bird seed, they have not touched that thing at all. I don't know if maybe it's hard to eat, like when they're just like sitting on top of it. I can see it right now, it's kind of swinging a little bit. I don't know if maybe it's hard to sit on and eat at the same time, or if maybe they don't understand it or something. I don't know, but I'm like thinking about putting it on the ground. If I put it on the ground, I know the next morning it'll be completely gone and an animal will take it. Whenever I'm out of the corn and the cobs for the squirrels, but at night, oh, there's the duck. The ducks just came over here. At night, I would put two little corn. The corn on the cobs were like that big. I put them on the ground. There was one period where it was like 3 or 4 days and the corns did not move. And then one day I came out here and they were both gone. But typically if I put a corn on the cob underneath there, like the next day they were gone. I don't know who took them, but they were gone the next day. So anyway, so yesterday I had my imaging with, like, you know, the ultrasound that they did on me and stuff like that too. Was that yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. Like, was it 2 days ago? Was it yesterday? It was yesterday. So yesterday I had the imaging, the ultrasound that they did, like on my kidneys and on my bladder. And so since then, because she said they might get back to you today or tomorrow, I just had this feeling. I was like, the end of the week for a doctor's office is always really busy. If you're waiting for results, you're not going to get them on a Thursday or Friday. You're just not, unless you call, you know, and I knew that they were super busy. I feel like I passed the kidney stone. Like, I haven't been in any pain at all this week. Like, I felt really good. Well, most this week, I guess. Really, since we went to the cabin last weekend, I mean, I felt really pretty good. And so, I'm like, I think I passed this kidney stone. I mean, I'm almost positive of it. So, I wasn't really looking for the results because I was like, Shirley, and don't call me Shirley, they'll call me, the doctor's office will call me. Or they'll, like, you know, message me that the results are in or whatever. I usually get emails about, like, you know, when you can go look in your results and all the doctor stuff. It's all connected together, you know, so you can go in there and you can look at it. And so I was sitting at the computer. This was, like, just like a half an hour ago. And I was sitting at the computer and I was like, you know what? I haven't gotten an email, a phone call, or nothing. Like, I'm going to just check and see if it's, like, in my stuff. And so I went in there and I looked. And sure enough, the test results were in there. And they came in yesterday, and it also shows that my doctor looked at them. I don't know why he didn't call me. I don't know if maybe there was nothing to call him about. I don't know when my follow-up appointment is with him, when he's gonna, like, test for, like, kidney stones and whatever, or, like, test the, like, the blood. I don't know. He's doing some blood tests and some other kind of tests he's gonna do for. But anyway, that's also my follow-up appointment to see, like, how I'm feeling, and that was gonna be the discussion of the surgery and things like that. I think the appointment is either this upcoming week or the week after. I'm not waiting that long to find out if I pass. I mean, I'm not in pain, so if I was in pain, I'd be like, it'd be a different story. But I'm not anymore, so I feel like I passed it. So I'm reading the results, okay? And I actually have them screenshot because I reached out to my friend. Oh, he just texted me back. I reached out to my friend. We're going to find out on camera if he can read the results, if they show it on there. The other thing is, I'm like, does an ultrasound show if you... There's a bug right in front of my camera. Does an ultrasound... Bye, bug, bye. Does an ultrasound show if you still have a kidney stone or not? So I reached out to my friend that's a radiologist that I had talked to about this before, and I was like, I got my results back from imaging yesterday, but the doctor didn't contact me. Can I send them to you? And you can tell me if it says I passed the stone. I'm confused about the results. So anyway, he was like, yeah, can you send them to me? So hold on a second. I have them screenshot already to send to him. So let me send them to him. Okay, so I just sent them to him and said, thank you so much. And so the results don't really make a lot of sense. I mean, it's a lot of medical talk, obviously. But, yeah, he'll tell me what it says. It's all this, it says, like, indication, technique, comparison, findings, right kidney, left kidney, bladder, impression, electronically signed by the person that looked at it. Anyway, so, I mean, obviously there's nothing too concerning about it, because if there was, I have learned this, is that if there was anything too concerning about it, they would call me before the weekend. But, so I'm not too concerned about it. But he's going to look at it. So we'll see what he says. And, yeah. We're going to find out right now. It did say something in there, though, that I have lots of little, like, kidney stone particles or something like that. I don't really understand what it says. But something, like, in my right kidney. But when I was talking to this friend of mine who's worked a lot with kidney stones, he said, he was like, but they may never come out of your kidney. You may never have to pass them. And he was like, and they're so small. Because this was from my previous imaging that I had when I was in the emergency room. He was like, they're so small that you may never pass them. You may never have to deal with them. He's like, a lot of people have like stones in their kidneys, but nothing ever happens. They never move down. He was like, and they're so small at this point. He was like, that I wouldn't be really concerned about them at all. So I don't know if that's just same thing, you know, or whatever. So we'll see what he says when he gets back to me. Anyway, kind of excited to find it. And I'm like, where's it at? I'm like, now I'm like, will he even be able to tell from the results? The results were short. I was kind of surprised. So I don't know. I mean, as an ultrasound, it wasn't MRI or anything like that. I don't know what they have to do. Well, when I was in the emergency room, they did a CAT scan. This was ultrasound. So I don't know if the CAT scan, like, could tell if there was stones or not. We'll see what he tells me in a second. But anyway, so yeah, so tonight we're going to watch RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars, which is, they're doing it a completely different way. Alex was explaining it to me. I don't really understand it. I mean, I saw the posters and stuff, but I don't get it. It's like 18 queens or something, and it's like 6, it's like tiered, you know? And it's like 6 in each group, and then apparently they like all compete to a certain point, and then whoever's left, they like all go to like the main All-Stars, or something like that. I'm confused. But they're doing it a completely different way. There's my ducks out there, Harold and Donna. Oh my God, yesterday, so many people commented and said it's not Harold the Duck, it's Howard the Duck. I was like, oh my God, I forgot Howard the Duck, the movie. I mean, I can see like the poster in my head. I was like, how did I get that so wrong? I would have sworn it was Harold the Duck yesterday. Harold! Donna! He went like this, he went, Harold the Duck! Do you think a duck knows he's a duck? Or she's a duck? Like, do you think that they know that that's like what they are? Like, is that a species? I don't know. Donna, she is hungry. She is in there digging into the ground. Oh, you know why? Because I didn't spread any out. Well, there's enough on the ground over there anyway. But I didn't spread any around the trees. I actually did not have to fill the bird feeders much today. Because they were like, right now, the green one is like halfway full. And the other one still had stuff in it. And there's a bird in it actually right now. Right above Harold and Donna. Now, Harold, there will be no fighting today, okay? There will be no fighting. I know you're protective of Donna. Donna the Duck. Anyway, did he get back to me yet? No. So last night, what did I do last night? Last night when Alex was at dinner with his girlfriend. I think that was last night. They went to 1933. You know what? I know he posted something on his Instagram, so I can just look and see if that was last night. Yeah. There they are, last night. So anyway, so that was last night. He got home pretty early from that last night. I don't know what time he texted me that he was coming home. Let's see. He sent me the trailer for The Conjuring, Last Rites. He loves all those movies. Oh, here it is. What time did he sent me that picture that I just showed you. That was at 7:20. Okay, he came home at about 8 o'clock. So I last night watched... I gotta look at my TV channel. There they go. Bye, guys. I got caught up. Here, let me erase my notes for Polyfamily. Oh, shoot. I just deleted something and it wasn't Polyfamily. What did I just delete? Recently deleted. Well, what's this? I had 2 notes for Polyfamily because I started before I started watching the episode. Okay, last night, when Alex, I started Hacks when Alex came home. I was like just starting. I lit Peter Vlogs, where words are invented every day. Litten. I had lit a cup. I put like, oh, what was the one that I put in the, oh my God, what was it? Yankee Candle Lavender Lemon. Oh my God, you guys. It is, have you ever smelled the candle? I think I'm going to get one of the candles. I have to look through my box of candles. I don't know if I got it, but I got the wax melts lavender lemon, and it's, or lemon lavender. So good. Our whole house smelled like it. It was so nice. I think the other day I said it was kind of a spa scent, but it was a spa scent, but it was more just like, I don't know. It just was so nice. It just reminded me of summer. But anyway, so I lit that, and then I lit the, like during the night, like not late at night because like the candles burn so quickly. The, those, what are they called? Something blue candles that I love. The citrus blue candles or volcano candles. Anyway, it's the one that Marissa sent me. I light that on the island, but I don't light all the other candles. And then one of the little yellow candles, the little yellow lemon candles from Yankee, the small ones, I lit on the table next to me. So I just lit the candles. I was sitting down. I just started Hacks, and Alex walked in. So he was really, really tired. So he's like, I'm going to go upstairs. And I was like, do you want to watch something? Because I can stop this. And he's like, no, I just want to rest. I'm going to watch TikToks. I'm going to go to bed. And I said, okay. So I watched Hacks. And then I thought I was like, just had one episode. But I watched The Last of Us. And then when I got to the end of The Last of Us, I realized I had another Last of Us to watch. So I have one more episode to catch up on. And then I also have this week's episode of Hacks to catch up on. I will tell you this about Hacks. Like, I've loved every season of Hacks, but if you watch it, it's with Jean Smart, and she plays, like, I don't want to ruin it for anybody that hasn't watched it because I think it's so good from season 1. I mean, it's fantastic. It's about this, like, aging comedian, and she has, like, this residency in Las Vegas, and then she has to hire this, like, younger writer because her jokes are kind of aging out, and she gets kind of caught in a scandal. So then it's kind of like this unlikely relationship between them. But it's very endearing from the 3 previous seasons. Like, Jean Smart's very difficult to get along with in the show. I just like things the way that she likes them. And so this season, though, they don't, and I don't want to tell you guys what's going on with this season because it's like a storyline that she's like, something that's, she's been preparing for this season. And, but this season is like, they don't get along, they're fighting the whole time. It's not super enjoyable to watch. I mean, it's still a good show. Like, I was laughing and stuff like that. There's this one scene when she's at the same restaurant where the girl that's the writer shows up, or she's there with this, like, she's dating a couple, and Jean Smart sees her, and so she goes over and sits down, and she's like, no, we should all order dessert, and she makes her real uncomfortable. It's just, it's brilliantly written. It's just absolutely brilliantly written. So I watch that, and then I watch The Last of Us. You know, like, I don't want to ruin shows, but, like, something significant happened last week, well, I guess 2 weeks ago now. 2 weeks ago in Last of Us, they, like, killed off a main character, and after that, I was kind of like, I don't know, like, I didn't play the video game. It's very true to the video game, I guess. That's why they did it. But I didn't play the video game, and I really liked that character on the show, and I was like, I don't know that I'm really, like, in it for the long haul. But then, this last episode that I watched, I kind of was like this when I started it. Like, I'm kind of so bored with this. But it was great. The episode was great. I'm like, oh no, I'm, like, really in it for the long haul. And then, so I have one more episode of that. So I watched that last night, and then I went upstairs, and I was like, Alex was looking through TikToks, and I was like, we were talked for a little bit, and I was like, I'm gonna lay down. And he was like, okay. And so I lay down, and I couldn't, like, I was having such a hard time falling asleep. I, like, fall asleep, I wake back up, and I have to go to the bathroom, then I came back, and so I was having such a hard time, like, staying asleep. And I set my alarm, I think I laid down at, like, 10:15 or something like that, and I set my alarm for like 11:45, and I was going to get up. I wanted to listen to an hour of that Girl in Cabin 13 book, the A.J. Rivers book. I wanted to read my books last night, and then I wanted to watch Polyfamily, and I didn't know what else, probably Survivor and Amazing Race, and then I was like, but I can watch like 5 shows tonight. You know, I was really excited about watching shows last night. So finally, I like must have just crashed completely out. when I sleep on my stomach, like if I fall asleep on my stomach, I kind of like put my head up just like a little bit, like I'm out. And so I fell asleep and I woke up and I like looked over at my phone and I was like, because I thought I like had seen it, it would just like gone off. I always have my phone on silent. So like if a text comes through, I don't hear it, but I can like, it'll light up the phone, you know? And I was like, who's texting me? And I looked and it was Nikki texting me, but I had like 3 texts on there from like Tanya and I could see them all come up. And I was like, what time is it? And I looked at the clock across the room because I didn't take my contacts. I don't take my contacts out when I take a nap. I take them out when I go to bed for the night. And so I looked over and it was like 20 after 1. And I was like, oh my God, how did I sleep so deep? And when did I turn off my alarm? I didn't even remember turning off my alarm. So I got up and came downstairs, talked to Nikki, and we didn't talk for real long last night. Talked to her for about like half an hour. And then she was wanting to read and stuff like that. I need to get back. Oh, Love After Lockup is on tonight. Oh my God, I can't wait. And so then I went inside and I lit all my candles in the kitchen. And I sat down, but by that point, it was like, it was late, you know? And I was like, I almost was gonna wait and watch Poly Family tonight and do my notes on it so I could just make my video tomorrow. And then I was like, look at my hair today. Hello, hairdo. That's called taking a shower. Oh, I took a shower last night too. That's called taking a shower at night and then sleeping on it. Look at that. Peter Monn, that is a hair down. Anyway, so I almost didn't watch Poly Family last night because I was so late and that wasn't my plan, you know? And so it was like, I don't know, 2:30 or something when I finally sat down to watch, because I'm always doing stuff, you know, looking at bird feeders and stuff online. So I finally like sat down to watch my show and I was like, well, maybe I'll just watch Poly Family tomorrow night and take notes on it. But when I sat down, I was like, no, just do it tonight. And then, oh, this bug, come on, bug, go away, bug. So I was like, no, I'm going to watch it tonight. And so I watched it, Poly Family last night, took my notes. And then I was like, I don't know what I want to watch. Because at that point, I was kind of so into The Last of Us. I was like, get completely caught up with that, whatever. I also wanted to watch Elsbeth, because the season finale of Elsbeth came out last night. I was like, I don't know what to watch. But Survivor and Amazing Race, I don't want to get behind on. Because Survivor's down to probably like, they're down to 6 people now. So it'll be the final 4 in the last episode, then they go to 3. So we've got 3 more episodes. And Amazing Race, next week is the final 4, then the final 3. So we've got 2 more episodes. So I was like, I don't want to get behind it. So I watched Survivor and I watched Amazing Race. I'll just say this, and I won't ruin it for anybody. They were stupid on Survivor this week. Stupid, 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 stupid. They literally just handed $1 million over to 2 people. It'll be one of the 2 people. And this is the thing. I don't know who will win because one person has every advantage in the world and has won competitions, and it's going to really come down to like who they like more. And the other person, unless something weird happens in the last couple episodes and people win, what do you call, and I like all the people in the show at this point, and unless people like win immunity and they can't go up or whatever, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But if none of that happens, they made a stupid move last night, a stupid move. Somebody offered them a plan to get rid of a strong player that's probably going to win the show, and they were too scared to take it. And so they didn't take it, which they would have split up a duo, which you always want to do in a reality show anyway. There's like a duo that is like unwilling to like not ever vote the other person out. So they're going to take that person to the final 3 if those people aren't in the final 3 already, or the final 2. And so it's stupid. I mean, they're going to end up in the final 2 together. It was just such a stupid move. And they're like, it's really hard when you're on the show because you really develop relations. I'm like, baby, you don't know none of them people. You've been out there for less than 30 days, okay? 60 days. You don't know none of these people. Like, this is about you winning a reality show. Think back about when you submitted your tape. You didn't know any of these people. I love the relationship building and stuff, but sometimes they forget that they're on a game, you know? So I watched Amazing Race last night, and then I watched Survivor, and then I watched Amazing Race. Okay, can I just tell you, this is the first time in a long time that I cried on Amazing Race. When who got kicked off at the end. Well, first of all, okay, there's only one team that I do not love, and it's Jonathan and Anna. And Jonathan is, he talks so bad to her. Like, they did this one thing, and he's like, well, we did okay today, except for, like, she couldn't get her stuff together, and she couldn't get her cheeses right. And she's like, yeah, I was kind of off track. I'm like, don't let him talk to you that way. He's an ass to her. I do not like Jonathan and Anna at all. And she's rude, too. Like, they do this cheese challenge where they're in this, like, cheese shop in Strasbourg, France. And they have to like memorize these cheeses and then like go back and like taste test them and tell them what it is. And they're like, Jonathan and Anna are the only ones in there. When they were the last ones to get there, and before they got there, like everybody was in there together looking at the cheeses. And when these people come in, she goes, wait a second. I'm like, girl, you need to back up. I get heated about these reality shows. But Jonathan and Anna are the only ones. Well, Han and Holden, I have to tell you, I did not love them at the beginning, but I would love for Han and Holden to win this whole thing. Josiah and Alicia, oh, they're my favorites. They're my absolute favorites. But Han and Holden are the brother-sister duo. I really, really like them. So anyway, now basically I've said who got kicked off, but I haven't really cried on the show. I don't know why I cried. I didn't even really know I liked that couple that well, you know? So watched that last night, and then it was late, and it was like 5 o'clock, and I was like, but I don't really have anything to get up for tomorrow except for film videos, so I can stay up and maybe it was like 5:20, and I was like, I can watch one more thing. So Ghosts came out. I didn't even know. When it started, I was like, is this the season finale? There's been so many episodes, so I looked it up. It was the season finale of the U.S. Ghosts. So I watched it last night. It was good. It was really good. So finished Ghosts for this season. And then tonight, I'll probably finish Elsbeth, The Last of Us. I really want to start something tonight that I can just like binge watch. Like Yellow Jackets, The Happy Face Murders? Lockerbie. Oh, there's a new show on Peacock that you guys have told me about the real estate agent that hooks her daughter up with the rich guy, and then like I want to watch that documentary. I'll watch that documentary, and then I will be making a reaction to it. So if I watch that tonight, I'll do that reaction tomorrow, or maybe next week sometime. But there's so many shows that I want to watch and binge. There's too many shows. Last night when I was like closing up my iPad, there's a whole process I go through. Like first I like blow out the candles, like usually like a half an hour before. And then whenever I'm drinking, like I was drinking water last night, I put the cup up, and so that I'm down just to like my phone, me and my iPad, and then I pull up the iPad, put my AirPods away, plug them in so they're charged for the next day, and then I go upstairs. And I was sitting there like after I closed the iPad, and I was like, honest to God, I could just sit here all day tomorrow and the next day and just binge watch. There's so many TV shows that I want to watch. I was looking through Peacock last night, and there were probably 5, 6 new shows that I added to my list that I was like, oh, I want to watch this. Oh, I want to watch that. Who was I talking to? Tanya had already seen it. Nikki and her family watched it, and they all liked it. Deep Breath, that movie. It's on Peacock. I want to watch that. Friends and Neighbors on Apple. I mean, there's so many shows I want to watch. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, the one show that Tanya told me to watch on Netflix, I talked to her earlier today. The one show that she told me to, the girl in the glass dome or something like that. She said it was really, really good. I want to start that. I don't know. There's just so many shows to binge watch. So, where am I at on time? So, tonight, we'll watch RuPaul's Drag Race, but when I get up from my nap, Elsbeth. Oh my God. I haven't started The Valley yet. The Valley has 4 episodes. So, I might start that this weekend and watch like one episode a night, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then Monday be caught up with The Valley. Elsbeth, The Last of Us, Hacks, Love After Lockup Tonight, RuPaul's Drag Race. Oh, so you ready for this? So I'm on Paramount. Was it Paramount last night that it's on? Paramount or Peacock, where it's found, okay? So it said new episode on it. And I was like, no, because the season's over. I've watched all the episodes. Do you remember when I was talking about Found, and I was like, I can't believe they ended it on this, and we're not going to find out, and then it's going to be the whole... So I go in there and I look. I mean, when did I say... I put it in here. I can tell you exactly when I stopped watching it, because I have my watch TV shows, which now I'm going to have to take this one off. Yeah, Found, 3/24. Season 3, 3/24. Okay. I'm going to take it off right now, off my list. So, since March 24th, I have not watched an episode of Found. There are 5 new episodes of Found. Probably, as of last night, 6 episodes of Found. So, I have to catch up on Found. And to be honest with you, I'm so over the show anyway, that when I saw that, I was almost kind of like, I'm done. Like, I'm not even catching up with this show. I don't care. But then I was like, you've invested so much time and energy into this show, you got to keep on watching it. So, I'm not binge watching. It's not a show that... It's not like Truth Be Told. I loved Truth Be Told so much. I don't even know why they canceled that show with Octavia Spencer on Apple. It was fantastic. But it's not like that kind of show where I could binge watch 4 episodes of Found in a row. By the second episode, I'm like, oh my God, just get to the point. I'm so over this. The show I liked. The camera stopped. I like the concept of the show about her having this agency where they find missing people. It's the guy that she kidnapped that's played by the guy on Saved by the Bell that I just do not like. I mean, that whole backstory, I'm just so over it. So those are the shows that I have to catch up on. And I really want to finish that audiobook, The Girl in Cabin 13, either tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. And keep on reading my books and stuff. So it's going to be a weekend of relaxation. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to film tomorrow. It'll just kind of depend on when I get up. I'm kind of feeling like I probably will. We'll see. So many people have sent me so many ideas. I literally have like 10 drama ideas that people want me to talk about that have to do with all kinds of different things. So I probably will do at least a drama video tomorrow. I'm doing this thing on my Peterisms channel, which is called Ask Peter, where people just give me like ideas and then, or like things they want me to talk about, and then I just respond to it based on life experience. Yesterday in my video, or the day before, I got quite a few people. So I was like, oh, this is good video ideas. So I might do one of those. We'll just see. See, if I start though, I won't stop, you know. Should be checking with my neighbor. She keeps on looking over here, but she knows I'm filming, so. What are you doing over there?
Pulling weeds.
Pulling weeds. It's looking so pretty over there already.
Yeah, thank you.
You see all the birds on my bird feeders?
Yeah, I think the ducks and the geese over there in your yard.
Are they there right now?
No. But I see them every now and then.
You have all the cardinals. You were telling me. She said she has a woodpecker in her backyard. And a woodpecker, right?
Huh?
And you said you had a woodpecker?
Out back, a couple of woodpeckers.
There were these kids that were walking down the street with their fishing poles, and they were going like in between the houses. I thought, oh, did you see those kids fishing back there today?
What?
There were kids walking down the street looking for a place to fish. Did you see them?
Not today. They're there the other day.
Did you kick them out? Did you run them out?
No.
We don't care about the fish.
Because Jeff likes for him to fish back there.
That one bush that you have in your mailbox right there,
Oh, the road?
is that new?
No,
Yeah, you need to trim that up because I can't see your full garden from here.
Oh. I'll take that under consideration.
It's pretty though.
Yeah, it's about ready to bloom.
I'm not doing my my walkway until they finished all this.
When are they going to start painting?
Okay, so hold on. We're in a group text about it. I'll tell you. We just found out. Here it is. Coalition of Disgruntled Residents. Found out that the roof install should start Wednesday, weather permitting, and last 2 to 3 days. The painting can't happen until after the roof is completed because of the underpinning, if I got that right, she said. Also needs to be painting. Decks will be worked on after the rest of the painting is done. That's all I know. So it should be done in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
How long did painting take on your building when they did it? Do you know?
We didn't live here.
Oh, it hasn't happened since you've been here?
Right.
I thought you were this summer too. Are you?
No, I don't think so. Nope.
So that's what's going to happen with the repairs in the house. But I'm not going to do all this until, because I'm going to call that guy. I'm going to go through here and I'm going to weed the bigger weeds. So I feel like I don't want there to be any mistake about where the hostas are. Like, I don't know if you can see over here, but where this hosta is growing right here, let me show you. You can see there's a bunch of like sticky weeds around it. So I'm going to go in there this weekend. I'm just going to pull them out. That'll literally take me like 5 minutes. But then when I get that, I mean, there's not a lot of weeds through here. I'm going to call the guy that did her mulch. I got to ask her for that number again. I'm going to call the guy that did her mulch. And then I'm going to have him come through here and just mulch and weed. There's really not that many weeds this year, though, because we transplanted the hostas. She was so right about that. She was like, if you transplant the hostas, she was like, the weeds, like, they won't grow around it. I mean, over here, it's like, do you guys see? There's like literally not one weed between there. So, I'm going to have him come and mulch, and then I have no idea how expensive he is. She said he's really reasonable. My neighbor said, she was like, he is super, super reasonable. I think he's in grad school. She's like, he's super reasonable. he brings all the mulch. That's really, to be honest with you, what it's about for me, is that if I do it, like Alex has to run me up to the Sullivans, and we buy all the mulch, and then we have to unload the mulch, and then Alex and I, it's like a whole, I mean, it's really not that big of a deal, but it's like a couple hours off on a weekend. If it's like what you pay him, and then you pay him on top for the mulch, whatever kind of mulch you want, which I like her mulch because it's like dark. This is the other thing, is that whenever I go to buy the mulch, I always say, give me the darkest mulch you have, and it's always kind of like this sandy color. Her mulch is like almost black, and so I can say to him, I want the same color mulch that she has, and then it'll look consistent all the way through here. It'll look really nice, you know? So I'm just going to have him do the mulching, and then I think I'm going to have him come back, like, depending on what it looks like, maybe like once or twice again in the summer to just kind of touch it up. Before, like, you know, maybe like once in the middle of summer and then once at the beginning of the fall to touch it up. And that's all I'm going to do out here to that, except for my bird baths and my pollinators and my hummingbird feeder and all this kind of stuff. By the way, thank you guys so much. There was a couple of you yesterday that were talking about the hummingbird feeder, or maybe it was on my Peter Does Stuff channel. But were telling me about how to, like, boil the water. You know what? I haven't looked to see if he texted me back. Has he not texted me back yet? I was hoping to give you guys an answer on here. He hasn't texted me back. I think he's in the middle of something right now, so he'll text me back when he knows something. Well, if not today, then tomorrow we'll find out. Because he'll text me between now and tomorrow, so we'll find out, you know? But anyway, so many people let me know, well, not so many, but 3 or 4 people, 2 or 3 people let me know about, like, boiling the water, how to do it, like, 4 to 1 with the sugar and whatever. I know not to use red dye, apparently is what people say. So I'm gonna get, there's like a website, I don't even know what it is, but it's like it's like an ethical way to like do like bird feeders and stuff like that I've been looking at. And they actually have a recipe on there for hummingbird, like the juice for the feeders. So I'm going to look at that. But I think when I looked it up before, because I was like, how to home make your own. Most of the people that I know make their own. Tani makes her own. Who else was I talking to? Was it Mel? Mel doesn't have a hummingbird feeder. Who was I talking to? Maybe it was my sponsor. Nikki? I don't think it was Nikki. Maybe it was. I feel like it was my sponsor. She has a huge backyard. She's like gazebo and fire pit in the way back with like 10 chairs around it. She has a beautiful backyard. I think maybe it was her. She makes her own too because she was telling me about that. But anyway, yeah, I mean, that's how I'll do it. Is it, like, when do hummingbirds come around? I haven't seen one hummingbird around here. So I'm like, if I put it out there now, will they even come? Or are they more like June, July? I feel like they're like more like, I see them a lot in the summer. I think Alex just put something in the kitchen. I could hear him. But I'm, like, the other thing is, I'm not putting the bird baths out here just to move them. I'm not putting the pollinators. I'm not putting the bird baths out here just to move them. Did I say bird baths already? All this stuff. I'm not putting it out here. The shepherd's hooks with the bird feeders. I'm not doing all that or anything to the back patio until all this is done. So, oh, by the way, has anybody ever seen this before now that I'm really into seeds? I don't even know where I would put this, but I saw this ad come up. Hold on, let me tell you what the ad is for. Video I was uploading, we can delete that. Okay, this is it. Look at these flowers. Can we just talk about that? This is a seed packet. They act like you just throw it on the ground and it like grows like that. I'm like, yeah, sure. Oh my lord, hi guys. Oh, it's Harold and Donna. Donna, hi honey. You look so pretty tonight. Yes, well I love your sweater, honey. Oh, you all just got back from church. How was it? Praise the Lord. Okay, it's called gloryboom.com. Last day clearance. Mixed perennial flower seeds over 60. I'm sure it's not like for Indiana. But I just wanted to know if anybody's heard of this before. Because can we just talk about these flowers for a second? Can you imagine if that was just my whole like walkway I would live? That would be so pretty. But I don't think that's the case. I would just love to have this whole area. I mean, I love the ferns. I'm going to do more ferns, but I would just love this whole area just to be all flowers. People walk by, they'd be like, oh my God, it's so colorful, the flowers. Would you like that, Donna? Donna Duck? Do you see him over there? Now, that's Donna and Harold. Yeah. They've been married for 22 years.
Oh, okay.
Now, Harold doesn't know, but Donna's cheating with George, the duck. So if you see George, will you let me know?
Yeah.
He needs a talking to.
Your friends over there.
My friend's over there, she said. There's this little bird right by them that's like eating the food. It's like right next to them. Alex calls it getting stuck. Did you see me? I just got stuck. I was like, this is what happens. This is how I waste so much time, because I sit here and I like look at the birds and the ducks. I'm like, what is going on with this one hair? It's driving me crazy. I can't even see because of my glasses. And if I put my glasses on, it pushes it up anyway. What?
Good night.
Are you going in?
Yep.
Good night. If I put my glasses on, it just pushes it up. What did I call that one hair? Darling Jolene Joe? What is this? We getting packages? I don't think I have any packages. It's always the same UPS guy. He is so nice. He's the nicest guy. He's just the nicest guy. Look at all those birds coming. Y'all are eating now. Oh my God, there's like 6 of 8. Oh my God, look at that. There's 4 on the ground, and the ducks. Oh, they're all going to the ground. What's going on? There's 2 on the bird feeder. 4, 5. Oh, she just went to the ground. Why are y'all going to the ground? It's funny to see that the ducks and the birds are all getting along together. I mean, they were literally all over the ground by the tree. All these little birds just keep on flying down to the tree, or to the ground of the tree. I'll have to sprinkle some birdseed down there tonight. They're so sweet. You guys do anything for Mother's Day this weekend? Oh, she popped back up in that tree. Now, I have not seen Belinda Carlisle and her man, so they must have gone and built a condo somewhere else. I don't know. Maybe they didn't think the property value was that good over here. But I haven't looked either, so I guess I should probably look. But anytime that the birds have like built nests in the ferns or like on top of the carriage light before, they always like swoop in and swoop out, swoop in and swoop out. Or they sit up there. Do you guys remember me talking about it? They would sit up years ago when it happened. There is like, you guys, I've got to show you this. This is like a crazy town over here. I mean, it's like, I don't know if it just became feeding time or whatever, but it is like, I don't know if you can see this, but there they are. There's Donna, and do you see all the birds? They're just like flying up and down. I just leave it here for a second. Let's just see if you can see. There they are. Now, of course, you can see there's 2 birds on the bird feeder up there, the green one. Oh, see, they're kicking stuff onto the ground. And then the ducks are eating it. Oh, you guys are feeding the ducks. Look, do you see? See, do you see it going down there? They push it to the ground. And then they eat it. But all around this tree, there were like 6 or 8 little birds. They all flew somewhere else. And then, I don't know if you can see it, but there's one bird in the wooden bird feeder over there. And then that bird feeder right in the middle is the bird feeder that nobody cares about. Oh, there's a bird right there. Look at that. She's waiting. Do you see? There, she flew away. Oh, they go on that wood. She's sitting on the end of the wood one now. You see that? Oh, look at that. This is literally my life. So boring. It's so boring, but I absolutely love it. My neighbor came over here earlier today, and she and I were talking from 2 down. And she was like looking at the wall. She goes, you know, Alex really is right. Like white with a cedar trim. I was like, oh my God, Alex, what did you start? Alex never gets involved in this stuff. The one thing he gets involved in, he like rallies the troops, you know, rallies everybody for like white with cedar trim. They're not going to do like, and then my neighbor next door, she's like, but I don't understand why they wouldn't do white. They're not going to do cedar trim. That's just never going to happen. But, I mean, like, it's like all of a sudden they're going to do metal roofs. I would die if they did. But what she said is that every 7 years, they change out the paints. I did not know this. I thought they just changed the colors every 7 years. She said what they do is, because if you think about it, like, it's not like every 7 years they paint all the condos. It's like this year they paint 6 buildings. next year they'll paint another 6. So it's like on a rotation. I think it's every other year. So it's like, does that make sense? And then the 7th years, apparently when they start over and then they change all the colors in the neighborhood, I guess. So what she said is next year, because it's the 7th year, that when they paint the buildings next year, they're going to be on a different paint palette than what we have, so the colors won't match. But I don't remember, like, I've lived in here now for, I mean, okay, so Alex and I have been together 17 years. So I've lived in here, we're going up, is it, hold on a second. I gotta do my math. Okay. 2025. It's been 17, it'll be 17 years in August. Right? Yeah, it'll be 7, so we've been together, it'll be 17 years in August. So we're coming at, I've lived in here 16 and a half years. So now the birds are back again as soon as I take it away. But I don't really remember. Like, I have a picture of my mom standing out here. She actually had these bushes and then she took them down for from hospice. So that would have been years before my mom passed away. I don't remember the buildings ever not being like tan, brown. Gray is actually a new color that they introduced the last couple years. So, or the last 10 years. So I don't really remember it being anything other than tans and browns and stuff like that. So green, maybe like a light green. I think we had at one point. Maybe my mom had it at one point. I don't know. This is, who cares about this stuff, right? Let me tell you exciting stuff. Nothing. There's nothing exciting to tell. Well, let's read a couple comments. Maybe that'll get me something. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about today. I just kind of like listening to the sound of the birds too, you know? All right, let's get into some of the... Alexa said, when I was talking about the naming of the ferns, she said, I mean, Fern from Jawbreaker loves some good shade. She did, didn't she? Too. So they might love literal and metaphorical shade. I actually really like that answer. I'm just going to call her Fern. It just makes sense, don't you think? Kristen said, not love after duck up. Jules said, all my comments got read. What a nice surprise. I must have been watching at the right time, Jules. Well, thank you for watching and commenting. Robert said, I think Donna may be with children. She may be. I don't know. Donna? Are you still there? They walked off to the left a little bit. I don't know where they went. They didn't fly away. They walked off to the left. A little bird just flew away. A couple people actually said that. She's eating for 3 or something like that. Oh, Jules also said, love after duck up. And then she said, I'm quacking up. Girl, that should have been on that list of jokes yesterday. Somebody said, Gertrude and Alice, as soon as you start to film, well, hey, girl. Hey. LOL. Sally said, and yes, it's called Cat TV. How have I been on YouTube for almost 9 years now, and I did not know there was an entire community of TV called Cat TV, where cats just sit and watch. I love it. I love it so much. It makes me so happy. I don't even know how to explain how happy that makes you. Sally said, living for the title, and of course, the duck drama of it all. George better stick to finding his true love and stop trying things with Donna. Okay. So, you know, I know people are like, where do you come up with your titles? Sometimes when I'm sitting in front of the computer, I'm literally like this. I mean, just imagine, okay? Like, I mean, listen, it's not a difficult job. I love what I do every single day. But by the time the vlog is done and then I'm rendered it, I'm like this. I mean, I am ready just to like heat up some food and watch a TV show, okay? So like when I'm trying to come up with a title, unless it's like, I used to like go through the title and or video and I just randomly stop somewhere and then whatever I said at that moment is what I would title the video. I have so overused so many titles, like Let's Talk About It. I think I probably made at this point like 100 videos vlogs called Let's Talk About It, update, things like that. So yesterday, when I was reading the joke and it said something about this is ridiculous, or like ridiculous but ridiculous, I was like, I'm using that as a title. I think I even said it in the video. But when I put it up as a title, I thought, nobody's going to watch this vlog because the title's so stupid. Nobody's going to watch the vlog. But y'all like the title. I appreciate it. So anyway, thank you. Oh, cauliflower, hey, blue hearts. Mayor, my God, girl, this comment is long, baby. She said, oh my God, okay. With birds, the boys have to do all the work to be impressive and pretty to attract the females. I think all of us females should be allowed to be boring and all the guys can try to impress us for a while. Love it. I agree. Corinne said, is it Corinne or Corinne? Corinne said, Elsbeth and Ghost finales are this week. Okay, I knew Elsbeth was, but I didn't know Ghost was. So, well, thank you for that. But now now I know, but makes me sad. Those are two of my favorite shows. Amanda said, hi, Peter. I don't comment very often, but I had to get on here and tell you that I had the most awful day today. Oh, sweetie, I'm sorry. I put on your vlog, and it made me feel so much better. I don't know what it is about you, but you are so calming, and listening to you talk about the ducks and all the birds and the bunny rabbits brought me back. Aw, you are so sweet. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. I hope your day is much better today. Okay. Shara said, Peter, all male ducks are drakes, and they also have a drake feather. So regardless of the breed of duck, they make this. You're confusing me. You are confusing me. I'm going to look it up because I don't know. I have to see it like on a visual. Okay, she also said, I agree with you on series. If I read a whole book and I'm not hooked and want to get the next one, then I am not wasting my time reading more. Exactly. We are on the same page of the book that we're not going to end up reading. Shara. I knew a Shara, I don't know if that's your real name, but I knew a Shara like a long time ago, like when I was in my 20s. I wonder what happened to her. Sunshine said raised beds. Oh, the things, yeah, I want to get those, but I don't want to spend tons of money on them, because then if I get bored of them, then I spent like $200 or something, I want to do that. Kara said, I remember taking these girls I was babysitting years ago to go feed the ducks. Sprinkled some bread and a luva. Sudden 100 ducks were chasing us. I just remember picking our girl up under my arm like a football, the other by the hand, and we ran screaming, throwing the bread to the car. I love that imagery. Okay, Michelle said, haha, Harold and Donna, love these names. Sounds like a couple from back in the day that would invite you over for bridge and casserole. So cute. Exactly. That's exactly what I said. Kayla said, I had neighbors like that when I was a kid, an elderly couple named Helen and Clarence. They would pick me up for church in the neighborhood of kids, and I would go there and play dominoes, Yahtzee, and other games with Helen, and she'd feed us baked goods. And Clarence would let us play with his little violin, one of those decorative toy instruments that sounds like you're playing it for real. He was always out in his vegetable garden. I remember sitting on their porch swing as a kid. Such a nice couple. I miss knowing older people like that back in the day. I love that so much. I don't know why when I was reading that, though, I was like, is this going to turn into, like, and then they ended up being serial killers? Why am I, like, that is, like, what true crime is. Oh, my God, the geese flew over the house, about scared me half to death. But why is that where my mind goes with all this stuff? Not serial killers, just a nice old couple. See, that's what the world's done. We can't, like, I can't even have, like, a nice memory of Kay reading, like, you know, about, or having her neighbor with the vegetable garden and the violin toy without thinking that they might end up being serial killers. You know? Who knows? Maybe these ducks are serial killers. Who knows? But anyway, I'm going to get off here now. I hope you guys are having a magically amazing Friday. Thank you guys all for my comments. I loved all the memories that you guys shared with me, because I always am the one that shares the memories. So oh, hey, you're back, Harold. Oh, there she is. Donna is hungry. So anyway, I'm always the one that shares the memories. So for when you guys share the memories, that last memory like really touched my heart. I love that. Because I can remember like friends of my mom's that I would go over to, and friends of my dad's too, when we would go to Fort Wayne to visit his family, like, you know, for a weekend or whatever. We'd always go to different people's houses and whatever. And I can remember like at my grandma's house, me and my youngest cousin on that side, which is literally like 10 years older than me, we would play post office, and we had this, my grandma kept this bag with all these like old birthday cards and stuff in it. And then we would just like go around the house and like, here's your mail. That's what we did before video games. I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, I love all the memories. So thank you so much for that. And, let's make more memories. How about it, you know? And I hope you guys are having a magically amazing Friday, a fantastic beginning to your weekend. And if nobody else has told you this today, you know what? I love you, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.